this is Halloween Haunt here, and today I am doing a Flashback Friday review of an old Spirit Halloween prop from 2013, and this is on the Techie Toys Gruesome Granny. I'll be rating her under 5 different categories and telling you guys how I really feel about this animatronic. For animation, Gruesome Granny does rock back and forth. She also has mouth movement, and her head does turn from side to side and tilts up and down. I think she does have pretty good animation, but one complaint I do have is the fact that since the head is kind of all plastic and molded on, it's very hard for the mouth to move, so the mouth rather just actually shakes the whole head rather than actually moving the mouth. You can see the mouth kind of move, but again, it kind of just shakes the whole head. And I would have preferred the mouth to just move really well than have the whole head shake, but it's not that bad. It's not big of a deal. It's still, you can still kind of like tell it's trying to get the effect that the mouth moves. It's just not very noticeable. But yeah, overall, I think the mouth movement could have been better, but besides that, it's still pretty nice animation. For price, Gruesome Granny does retail for $169.99 or $170, and in my opinion, I think this prop is actually worth the deal. I mean, nowadays, if this prop was released during this time of year, it'd probably be about maybe $200. And honestly, for $170, I can't go wrong with this. Back in the day, I mean, I paid it actually less than retail for this animatronic, but shipping did almost bring it back to almost the original price. But again, I don't think 170 is bad for this prop. It definitely has a lot of animation, and it does seem to be a pretty decently sized prop. It does seem to be a really good one to have. So I think 170 in my opinion wasn't that bad for this prop, and I would definitely recommend it for the price it's selling for back in the day. For scare factor, Gruesome Granny isn't really saying or doing anything that really signifies she's going to scare you or jump at you, but one thing I do think about Gruesome Granny is I think she's probably, in my collection, out of every Halloween prop I own, and I have plenty of Halloween props, I definitely think she's the creepiest Halloween prop I have so far, because she just has this really disturbing appearance and really disturbing like a vibe to her. Like, she's holding this baby and they're both decaying, and she's just singing this really creepy version of a lullaby. And again, she's not really saying anything or doing anything to harm you, but it makes her really very unsettled and very just disturbed. And I definitely think that here scare factor can be something unusual to somebody, so I definitely think here Gruesome Granny does sell what she's trying to go for. This disturbing old lady with her child. For detail, it seems like Gruesome Granny has a kind of flower type design on her dress. There isn't anything really bloody or really like scary about it, but what is kind of like scary about the prop is their faces. The baby on Gruesome Granny does have some decaying flesh and really disturbing eyes that light up, and Gruesome Granny herself also has the same features with even more decaying flesh present on her face, and she does have the white hair that kind of fits her look, and she also does have the cool eyes, and I like how her mouth is showing the gums that are kind of like just, decaying and showing, and her teeth are really creepy too, just molding and everything. And so I definitely think here the detail is a success for Gruesome Granny. For quality, this is definitely the worst category for Gruesome Granny because, well, she is an old prop, and of course, old props over years and years and years are just going to break down and get old and not work anymore. But mine still fully works luckily because I had somebody who took care of her and did make sure she was gonna be fine. But the problem with Gruesome Granny is the fact that even back in 2013, she seemed to be a faulty prop. It seemed like her head would always break, or her mouth would stop working or she stopped rocking. Just something about her quality was not right back in the day, and nowadays it'd probably be fixed. But I don't know if it depends on how techy is for this, nowadays. Because back then, techy design did have some very faulty props, and she was one of them. And maybe they would have improved it nowadays, but again, it was just a very low quality prop, and that's just overall the lowest that Gruesome Granny is. But even then, Gruesome Granny does succeed in other categories. That is my overall Flashback Friday review on the Spirit Halloween 2013 Gruesome Granny. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know a bit down below what old animatronics you want to see on the channel. And I'll see you guys later, and this is Halloween Haunter.